Every team has big games, every team has big rivalries, but there's nothing quite unique like Army-Navy. The pageantry, the tradition, the rivalry on the field, hate each other, but once we graduate, we'll be on the same team. So a ton of respect for the other team, but nothing more you want to do than beat them.
Nothing else matters except these boys in this room, all right? Hey, it's a gut check.
It's two programs that have a lot of history, both on the field and then outside of the field. Army-Navy is way more than just lacrosse. Whenever you turn a corner, it's go Navy, beat Army. It's the whole school, it's the whole community, and it's just something special that only two programs can understand.
Savor this moment. Enjoy the moment. We only get one of these games, right, boys? Navy on three. 1, 2, 3. Navy!
The experience is something that we get once a year, and I probably won't ever have after I graduate. Guys that played in this game, they talk about the energy and how they miss playing in this game. I think that's really what makes this game and so meaningful, is that you have those guys that played here before you that are out there in different countries protecting us, and they're still watching, the Army-Navy game.
Hey, boys, I don't know about you. I can't pay attention to class all week. I'm thinking all day about playing Saturday. Running out behind the flag, 70-degree weather, 15,000, 20,000 people in front of you. That's why you play Army-Navy lacrosse right there. Hey, Navy on three. 1, 2, 3. Navy!
Seats. All right.
Similar to Army, Navy, we have, our academic requirements, our athletic requirements, but then on top of that, we have our military requirements. So Navy prides itself on hard work and both on the team and then outside in the classroom and with your regular academy duties.
So today we are going to talk about specifically underwater weapons and explosions.
Work ethic and discipline, I think both of those things are something that, that I try to implement.
We shoot to explode torpedoes under the hull, not necessarily the penetration, right?
Discipline and your ability to do what's asked of you. Work ethic is a big part of being a midshipman. You have so little time, there's so much stress.
You get put in stressful situations the moment you come into this institution, and so you just learn to adapt and handle it.
So to make sure that you're always working to get better in the classroom, in the hall, and on the field. They all go hand in hand. All right, here we are, Bancroft Hall. Houses about 4,400 midshipmen. So this is our inspection sheet right here. So I'll probably just take you through some of the things that we would do to make sure everything's clean. First, I like to go, small to big. So I'm gonna start with my area. I'll get out of my rack, make sure everything's clean, make sure that I've got my hospital corners all tucked in. Next, I would go through and look at my own space, my own desk, make sure that's clean, dusted it off, things like that. One of the big things too before you leave is making sure your windows are at half mast, which just means they're open and we got them right about here in this area. Here's my closet. So we've got, all right, my uniforms up here. Everything needs to be folded nice and neatly. Make sure there's nothing coming off the edge too much. And then we would go bigger scale, which is just kind of the room as a whole. The floor obviously needs to be swept, mopped to make sure that's all in order. Trash cans need to be taken out. No gear drift on each individual's desks. You do small things, they make big things. So starting with your room, you take care of the small things as far as like your personal area. It's gonna make the whole room look good. So I think that translates to the field as well as our kind of like motto is like doing the little things right. I think like everyone says that, but that's something we take here pretty seriously, and that comes from the hall as well.
Yes, sir!
That's a goal. Can't happen. That's Max Silver. That's 42. That's 2 goals. 2 goals for Army.
That's kind of like the tradition that we've had since I've been here, is one of those gritty teams that focuses on the little things, ground balls, things like that.
Good. Taking a go. Good. Great job, Jacob. Yo, we need this. This is key. This is gonna be key Saturday.
No doubt we're not the most talented team in college lacrosse, but I'd say we're pretty relentless.
We have to be the most physical, we have to be the most hardworking team. It's just all about a level of commitment to each other and being a midshipman. We don't walk on the field, that's part of who we are.
Saturday is all mentality, knowing you can do it. Got it? If you start thinking that now, you forget the X's and O's, forget anything else. All right, you know how to do that stuff. If your mentality is, I believe, and I will push them around, you will do so.
Oh, baby, yes, sir!
Army's similar to us in many ways, and so this game really comes down to the little things, the details. Who's willing to step up under pressure.
If you're in a situation where there is high stress, over and over and over again, it gets less stressful. You get more used to, handling that stress. The academy and being in the hall has prepared me for, big games or big things like this.
I like it, guys. I like it.
Simple one, this one, fellas. Beat the Army on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Beat the Army.
Raise the bar.
You do come here to get an opportunity to play in a game of this magnitude against a quality opponent that you know is going to be a battle every time. I remember being a high school student coming out here and watching the game and just thinking they were playing with such, without fear, just absolutely losing their minds. And that's something that, you don't see in every game. You don't even see it in every Army game or every Navy game, but you see it every Army-Navy game.
Growing up, my dad would take us to the games, and I remember hearing the Looney brothers and hearing the Denola brothers, and I know me and my brother Connor were like, that's gonna be us. We're gonna be playing there one day. We worked hard and we were able to make that happen. And especially the Army game, it's something that you really want your whole life growing up, and now that it's finally here, it's surreal.
He had a lot of alumni sign this, basically as a show of support and stuff. All the they call them all the old goats and stuff. You play for yourself, but you play for them also. Okay, let's go get them.
Hey, nothing needs to be said about this game, boys. It means so much to everyone. Hey, Steve said it best last night. Nothing else matters except these boys in this room, all right? Big Cat, you're taking us out.
Ground balls. All right, there's one guy that has ground ball on the defensive end of the field. That's unacceptable. All right, we set ourselves. We're going to chase those ground balls. We need to be on those ground balls. All right, we've given them 3 goals. That's it. That's the difference in the game right now. We gave them back to them. Extra possessions.
All right, the next ground ball is key. All right, we got 15 minutes. Be aggressive but under control. We need the ground the face-off, pick up the ground ball.
Obviously, we'd love to sing second, but
Navy lacrosse is all about tradition. It's about knowing the guys who played before you, and I think it's crazy that Army and Navy have been playing each other for 100 years in lacrosse. It speaks to a connection between you and some guy that played in that first Army Navy game.
the alma mater is not for the lacrosse team, it's for the school and the institution itself. Here and there, it's also special to us just because you know that it means so much more than just a lacrosse game. That goes to speak for the respect that we have for not only each other's programs, but the academies in general. You get behind them and it's kind of showing that, although we're different, we're all one, we're on the same team.